According to Ubisoft, the update that gives the Valkyrie is dropping tomorrow, but knowing my internet connection is probably like right fucking now. Part of me feels like I should be excited, but I'm actually a bit worried. Why? Well, before we do you mind, nigga? Damn. Let's The patch version, what is it, 1.03? Drops tomorrow, and I am excited. Why? Well, I mean, for one, let's take the time to read what this motherfucker says. Okay. Overall Valkyrie gameplay update buff. We found that the changes we made during our latest technical tests were impacting too much the dueling abilities of the Valkyrie. She has gone from the first place in win-loss in duel to the last spot by far. Fuck everyone, and I mean everyone. Fuck every little bitch ass nigga that got upset that I beat him in the 1v1. It's not Raiders, it's not the fucking Kensei, it's not the fucking Lawbringer, it's not the fucking Orochi that's getting their ass whooping 1v1s. It's the fucking Valkyrie. It is a trash character in most situations that revolve around pure game mechanics. The only way I am able to do anything to anyone in this fucking game is by outsmarting them. And everybody gets so butthurt. They want to say such dumb, flagrant bullshit excuses that they're just pulling out of their ass. None of what they're saying is legit. None of what they're saying is real. None of what they're saying is even factual. The evidence points to the contrary. There was a Prestige 13 Lawbringer who I was just beating the fuck out of, right? I'll upload the video tomorrow as a celebratory pre-patch video on all the rage quits I've gone through in like 2 days. I'm not even kidding. I've had like fucking 14 rage quits in 2 days, and I've only done like 20 matches. Anyway, I had a fucking Prestige 13 Lawbringer say some dumbass bullshit about how, Valkyrie's the most unbalanced character in the game. Why don't you pick a different character? Stop being a little shit. Shut the fuck up, nigga. How about you get fucking good, you piece of shit? You want to talk about how the Valkyrie's the most unbalanced character in the game? Yeah, in your fucking favor, bitch. You over there playing like a little bitch, getting pieced up. Then you want to make it seem like my character's broken. All y'all niggas get butthurt talking about my character's broken. You ever just stop to think that you fucking suck? I know I sound a little mad, and I apologize about that, but the shit gets on my fucking nerves. I can't tell you how annoying it is that I try so hard to bring some sort of entertainment value to my channel. And I understand that the internet is going to be the internet. You know, I get called nigger every fucking day and twice on Sunday, so I'm not tripping over insults. What I am tripping over is the fact that niggas want to try to argue in official forums, try to argue on official videos, try to argue shit that isn't real. The balancing on this game is critical for it to be a success. In order for it to be competitive, it has to have a competitive flow. It cannot have a competitive flow when you want to take your emotional argument on an official forum and bitch, complain, and whine enough to where they make a change they shouldn't have. That's what happened to Destiny. The Thorn didn't need the buff. The fucking community needed a buff. But you know what? The community bitched so hard. You know what fucking Bungie said? Okay, let's buff it. You buffed a gun that didn't need a fucking buff. Now all of a sudden everybody's running around two-shotting niggas from across the fucking map with a gun that fucking has bleed damage and a shooter. Stupid. And it's shit like that gets me so butt frustrated, because it's like, this is a new game with a lot of potential to be really great, and a lot of people want to make their fucking emotional arguments everywhere but where they should, which is in a fucking diary, and they want to change integral mechanics of the game to try to make it fit their playstyle. Nigga, just change tactics. Like I had to. Like every Valkyrie that's getting their ass whooped had to. There's nothing specifically unique about me playing as the Valkyrie. There's nothing special about anybody that plays this game at all. It's all about skill. You have to put time into the game if you want to get the results you want to get. And don't fucking tell me it's just a game when you're over here calling me 2,500 niggers because you can't fucking handle getting pieced up in a 1v1 and you want to drop your connection faster than fucking Ike dropped Tina. I don't want to hear that bullshit. I'm so sick and tired of all these niggas trying to act like, oh, there's certain things about the game that need to be changed, but you want to ignore the fact that Peacekeepers R2s come out faster than most characters R1s. You want to ignore the fact that they got characters like the Orochi who can two-shot you in fucking revenge mode, but the Valkyrie needs to three-shot in revenge mode, and even then it's not even that impressive. The character is slow. Her moveset, none of her attacks are unblockable, and all her unblockables are non-directional, so they're one-directional. It's not like, oh, okay, the sweep is omnidirectional. Nope, I've backed niggas in the fucking corners. Hit them with a sweep and they still dodge it. It makes no sense. Your feet is right there. Nigga, your feet is right there. It's not hovering. It's not jumping. This nigga not rolling. He right fucking there, getting swept by the fucking sweep. But because of the way the game mechanics work, the nigga just fucking slides out the way. My nigga is stupid. It's retarded. It makes no fucking sense. I've gotten beaten by Nabushis playing extremely passive because they just fucking tiptoe, wait for me to make literally one move, and then they grab, R2, you're dead. It's stupid. The Valkyrie is the most underpowered character in the game, and the fact that I have to go through what I go through just to make her work is plainly absurd. And the fact that I have people trying to come to my channel, trying to come to my page, trying to come to my PSN, trying to say all this dumbass shit, I'm not mad that I'm getting called out. It's the internet. It's gonna be toxic, okay? This is the same place that has child porn and snuff films. I'm not mad that the internet is being the internet. I'm mad that the For Honor community is being fucking children, which they probably are, you know, now that I think about it. But still, being fucking children, it's annoying. I can't stand that. I can't stand it. And the reason why I'm scared about this update is because there is no disputing at this stage of the game that the Valkyrie is the most underpowered character in the game. There's no disputing it. There's no fighting it. There is no debating it. She is the worst character in the game. And if you're trying to say, well, in 4v4 situations, in terms of popularity, that's the community voting in terms of popularity. That has nothing to do with statistics. That has nothing to do with facts. Ubisoft is presenting facts. She's the worst character in duels by far, which means that in 4v4, 2v2 situations, it's not because she's somehow magically better in 1v1s. That makes no sense. She's the worst character in duels by far. That means that she needs to rely on her teammates so heavily that in those situations she does better technically. In terms of how the character's performance is individually, it's still shit. The only way that you can be good as a Valkyrie is that you have to outplay your character, you have to outplay your opponent, you have to outplay them point blank period. There is no debating that. And I'm scared because if this update flops, if this update does anything that might make anything a little too overpowered or a little too underwhelming, it's gonna start a chain reaction. I can feel it coming because that's what happened with Destiny. That's why I'm scared, because all it's gonna take is one bad tweak. All it's gonna take is one bad update, and people are gonna start demanding shit that makes no fucking sense, and Ubisoft is gonna listen because they're gonna feel like they don't have any sense of direction, so they're gonna take advice from their community, and the loudest minority wins. It doesn't matter if the majority doesn't agree. All it's gonna take is the people on the forums that make enough noise on their accounts to make anything happen, and bam, all of a sudden you got fucking peacekeepers hitting R2s for 78 damage, fucking two-shotting you because somebody demanded it. I know that's a ridiculous example, but then again, fucking Bungie had Thorn, Matador 64 and Fellwinter, so I wouldn't be surprised if something similar happens, like maybe a character where his entire moveset is bleed damage, some retarded shit like that. Speaking of, I think I saw a knight with a rapier in the season pass, so that might actually be the case. But here is the point I'm trying to make. The point I'm trying to make is that do the Valkyries need this update? Absolutely. I think the Valkyrie is the weakest character in the game. Me playing as her, me even doing well as her. I enjoy doing well as a Valkyrie, but it's time to face facts. That character fucking sucks. That's why I always tell people in my comment section, if you come into my channel to try to main Valkyrie as your first character, don't do it. If it's a character you want to play on the side, by all means learn her, but as a character that's going to be a main, I would say, well, now I would say wait till tomorrow, because that's when I'm going to be able to do an efficient guide on how the character is buffed. Because, you know, now she's going to be actually competitive. She's going to be able to compete now. You feel me? So, that's my whole opinion on the situation. I'm scared they might turn her from, like, the Joker tier to Batgirl tier if they're not careful. For those of you who play Injustice 1 or anything similar, basically what I'm saying is that she has the capability to be a mix-up monster, a very punishing attacker, and a very devastating counter disabler. That's part of her hybrid build. She's the only hard difficulty character where to play her is actually hard, like I said. So I'm worried that with this buff, a lot of people are going to start flocking to the Valkyrie, and she's going to be labeled as overpowered, because she's already being labeled as overpowered by a bunch of butthurt lame-o losers who can't fucking handle taking the L, so they get so salty they want to go to forums bitching about shit that just plainly doesn't exist. And like, I know a lot of niggas are probably like, oh man, I thought the Raider was the most underpowered character in the game. Nope. Like I've been saying since the beginning, at least the Raider has an unblockable attack that you can get off a grab. You do not even have that luxury as a fucking Valkyrie. Everything you do with a Valkyrie has to be calculated. And if you don't believe me, in every single video where I commentate, I read out everything a person does. Why? Because you have to. You cannot run off arithmetic. If you run off arithmetic as a Valkyrie, that's because the person you're playing is so two-dimensional. You can just run off rhythm. It's that simple. I know this is a tangent. I know I seem really butthurt, and to be honest, I kind of am, because I think it's ridiculous that people are the gaming community nowadays, you want to claim that it's like big companies that are ruining games. It's not big companies, it's gamers. Gamers are ruining games just as fast as big companies are trying to fucking make less appealing, less achieving games. I think on both sides are causing a steady decline in the quality of the gaming market, because the gamers always resort to the cheapest, easiest way out, and they'll try to make a way out if there isn't. You feel me? If that's why you have so much ganking on For Honor. That's why you have so many cheap plays on For Honor, because a lot of niggas just can't handle a fair fade. So they're gonna gank, they're gonna grab, they're gonna cheese, they're gonna play Peacekeeper and fucking spam R1s, and then it's like, oh, just adapt. It's hard to adapt when a character is literally so fast, your block can't come up faster than their second attack at times. It just is, you know, and it's just things like that where you're just gonna have to understand that is not a fault of the gaming creator. That is a fault of the consumer itself. We are as much to blame in the balance of a game as much as the developers are. And if you don't believe me, a perfect example of this is Destiny. Look at what happened to Destiny. Look at all its patch notes, the ups, the downs, the radical changes, and the community is still not satisfied because the game is so wildly unfixable at this point. They're just like, fuck it. We're just gonna throw everything at you, a big hurrah. We're gonna discard everything we did in Destiny 1 for Destiny 2. And that's my issue with For Honor. I do not want them to sink into the same low. With that being said, on some positivity notes, thank you for the subscriptions. I really appreciate y'all niggas, man. Y'all been giving me a hella love in the comment section, and you've been giving me hella love with these numbers. I'm at 187. It took me an entire fucking year to get to 100 subs, and knowing that I'm about to hit 200 subscribers in less than a week, amazing. I know I seem cheesy as fuck when I say thank you, but I have nothing else to say. You know, I'm just really grateful. I really appreciate it. All I can say at this point is just to like, share, comment, you know, just do what you need to if you want to share, support your boy. The comments are enough, man. I'm glad that I have a community that engages with me. That's all I really give a fuck about. As I continue to grow, I hope that my audience does, and I hope that they can grow with me as I develop as a YouTuber, as I improve, because, you know, everybody knows that you can use improvement. Like, I'm talking about me specifically. I fucking suck. But thank you all. Appreciate the subscribers. I appreciate the support. I appreciate y'all listening to me bitch for 13 minutes, because that's what I basically just did. But with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I have another video coming out tomorrow, and it's gonna be pre-patch. It's not gonna be post-patch. It's gonna be pre-patch, and it's gonna be me fucking up people, typical. But I plan to get back to my usual affairs, you know, where I just do heavy editing and commentary, and that's gonna happen soon. But for now, I'm gonna let y'all go. This has been Arch with the CJ, bitching and complaining. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.